Welcome to toy-polloi. Parental guidance. This video contains scenes of Lego destruction.
Hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi, and today we are going to be working on a Zem-21 Star Team figure from Ideal. Now back in 1977 when Star Wars came out, Ideal thought they would try and get in on that Star Wars action and produced a line of toys called Star Team, and one of those figures was this guy, Zem-21. Now he is a really interesting figure and he's a really unique figure, but he has one big problem, and that is the fact that he's held together by a rubber band which tends to perish over the years, and it makes him incredibly hard to stand up. In fact, it's taken me about 20 minutes to get this guy to stand up just to film this intro. You just have to touch him and he drops to the ground because that rubber is so loose and floppy. So today I want to see if it's possible to get him fixed up and get him back in a displayable state. So let's get on with the project. So this is Zem-21. As I say, this was made back in 1977 by Ideal. He's a pretty cool looking figure with some reasonably sort of well constructed joints, but the big problem is his waist and his legs. The upper section of him, you can see he's got this sort of rotating head which is made out of a green rubbery plastic. The body is made of a much harder plastic which has been vacuum chromed. The arms are pretty posable. You can see we've got a joint here that rotates around in two directions. Again, an elbow joint that does the same, and a wrist joint as well. But when we come down to his legs and his pelvis, this is all held on with a rubber band, which you can see there. It's a Y-shaped rubber band, so it's attached here in his chest, goes through his pelvis with a little circular piece there, and then is attached to each hip. But once that starts to perish, it means that he is very, very hard to stand up. His knees then are back to sort of proper joints that rotate and twist, as are his ankles. But yeah, when you find these figures, often this band is like this, very, very perished. This one I've had for a few years now, and you can just about stand him up, but he is really hard to pose, and if you knock him, he will just then fall over. So I thought it'd be quite fun to try and work out a fix for this figure. I've never worked on him before, and I've never actually seen one sort of in pieces to see how he is constructed, but you can just about see there, that's the rubber band, which obviously goes into a hole on his leg. We've got the same on that side. Inside his pelvis, you can see there is a bit that goes around a post in the pelvis, and then again in the chest, there's another hole where the rubber goes into. So I think pulling this very lightly, that rubber is going to snap and he will end up in pieces. And once we do that, we can then start to work out a way to fix him. And I have a feeling Lego is going to be the answer, because we need to make some new attachments that we can then tie some elastic to. I was sort of thinking we might be able to get away with using He-Man he-bands for part of him, but I just don't think that is an option. The plastic that's been used on his legs is hard and also going to be very brittle. So if we try and sort of work with it too much, I think we'll end up damaging him a lot more. So let's just break this rubber band and see what happens. In fact, I'm not going to just break it. I'm going to get myself a pair of plastic nippers and I'll just carefully cut it, because then we have much more control over what happens, and we can then see how everything is constructed. So let me get some plastic nippers and we'll take this figure apart. Okay, so here they are. So I think the thing to do is I'm just going to cut it here. There's no point in trying to save this rubber. It really is perished. You can see it's already sort of coming apart there. So if I just cut that one carefully, just about there, like that, that gets the figure into two pieces. So you can see we have the rubber piece there that goes up into his chest, and then we have this rubber piece here which holds his legs on. And again, if I just carefully cut through that, there we go. I should then be able to pull his legs off, or at least one of his legs off. And I'm going to cut that there as well. And there we go, we now have him in pieces. So that is the pelvis, that is his body with a piece of rubber in it, and then we have the two legs. So let me have a little think and a rummage in my Lego pot. So I now have a plan, and I've got a bit of Lego that I think will work, and I've managed to scoop out all of the bits of rubber that were inside this leg. It is very similar to a he-band, so you have this sort of a larger piece here which was originally attached to the rest of the band like that. As you can see, I sort of chopped it with a pair of scissors and then pulled it out with some tweezers, and that was what was sort of holding the leg on. We have now removed that, and I need to make a new fixing in there, and that's where Lego comes into play. So I've had a look in my Lego pot and I found these, which are Technic pins with an axle ball on the end of it. I'll put the number of the piece at the bottom of the screen, and we can make a new joint using this. My plan is going to be to glue these into both of the legs. I'm going to deal with the legs first. We'll worry about the body second. So we'll get the legs attached to the pelvis first. So I'll glue one of these into the leg. But before I do that, I actually need to drill a hole through it, because we're going to make this a sort of an attachment point that we can then thread elastic through. So I've done a quick test here. So this is one of those axle pins, and you can see that I have now drilled a 2.5mm hole through that, and I'm then going to be able to thread some elastic through that, which is some 2mm round elastic, and that will be the new fitting. So that just needs to be glued in there. I think we need to glue it in a particular way round. I think the hole needs to be facing through from the front to the back. So I will glue that in just using some super glue. And the Lego piece is a pretty good fit. It's a little bit loose, but some super glue should hold that in place pretty well. We can then thread the elastic through that. I need to do the same on this side. Getting the original rubber out is fairly awkward. What I did was I got a small pair of scissors here. These are in fact my sewing scissors, and I cut the piece of elastic off as close to the bottom as I possibly could. Just like that. So you end up with just the sort of rubber bung piece inside the leg, but you do need to remove that as well, or certainly for this fix that I have planned, you need to remove that rubber bung as well. So I can now break that, and you can just about see that the rubber piece is in there. And all I did was I got these scissors and I put them in, and I've sort of been cutting away until it's sort of broken it up enough that I can then get some tweezers in to pull the rest out. So let's prep this leg, and then we'll drill some more holes in these Lego pieces. So I've got 2 of them. We'll glue them in place, and we'll see if we can attach these back onto the pelvis. But first, we've got to remove that little piece of rubber. I've now got both legs cleaned out. That is a little bit of a fiddly job, just because the rubber piece is much larger than the hole that it's in, so you really do need to sort of chop it up and use tweezers and all sorts to get that out, but it is possible. So those are now both clean and empty, and I've prepared 2 of these little Lego pieces. So this is a 2.5mm hole that I've drilled through both of them, and the reason for 2.5mm is because I have this 2mm white elastic, and that is what we are going to thread through it. So that fits really rather nicely through that, as you can see. So the next thing to do is to glue these in place. So I'm going to be using some super glue power gel, because this has a bit of a sort of thicker consistency to it, and I think it will sort of gloop around the areas that I need it to stick onto. My plan is to stick one of these Lego pieces in with the super glue on, with the hole facing forwards and backwards. That way we can thread the elastic through, and we can then wrap it over the top of the pelvis, because the piece that we're trying to recreate is a Y-shaped piece. So it had this bit of elastic that went around that post, which held the legs on and also held the body on. So my plan is to do the legs as one piece, a lot more like an Action Man. So the elastic goes over the top of that post in the middle and is attached to either leg, and then we can attach the body to the pelvis and do it the other way around, so with a piece of elastic that goes underneath that post. So you've essentially got 2 pieces of elastic that still make that Y-shaped join, and I think that will hold them on really pretty firmly and make him able to stand again. So let's get these pieces of Lego glued in place. I've got the power gel here, and I'm going to liberally coat the bottom of this piece of Lego, make sure that it's got a nice amount of glue on it, and then we'll let this set for a little while as well, because this stuff takes a little while to set firmly and solidly. It should then form a really strong bond, and strong enough to keep this elastic and this sort of piece of Lego held in place. So let's put that on there. Looks pretty good. As I say, I want the hole to be lined up front to back, so that has to go in that way, like that. And we'll drop that in. Yeah, that looks good. So I'll just do the other leg, we'll let this set, and then we'll try threading some elastic through and see if it works. those have now had time to set and they feel pretty firm, so we can start threading some elastic through. So as I say, this is a 2mm round elastic. My plan is to thread that through the front of this leg, if I possibly can. Might be a bit awkward, but I reckon we probably can do it. Certainly if I trim this end off so it's a nice neatly cut end like that, then I reckon we can push that in there. Not as easy as I had hoped, but that's why you get other tools involved. So this is a pair of alligator forceps, and these are fantastic for sort of positioning things and moving things around. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that is now through. So I can grab the other end of that. So you can see what we've got is a piece of elastic threaded through that bit of Lego. That's pretty firmly held on. So the plan is now to take those bits of elastic through the pelvis like that. So that goes over that post, and then we'll put it back through the other leg hole like that. Now we just need to thread this through the other leg. So I've just got to check which way around these pieces of elastic are, because I want them to be facing the right way. So that's the bit of elastic that comes out of the back of that one. So it needs to go into the back of this one. Let's see if we can push that through. Might again be a bit awkward, but I think we can do it. A little bit of a twist. There we go. I'll grab my alligator forceps. We can pull that through. So that is not looking bad. So my plan now is actually, I think I'll thread that piece of elastic back up to the top, and we can thread that one through there. And then hopefully if I just pull those two sort of taut, these legs should stay in the right position and should be quite firm, which they are. So all I'm going to do now is actually tie these two pieces of elastic together, or these two ends of elastic together, and I'll tie them fairly taut and fairly tight, and that will be the legs done. And then we can sort out trying to put the top of this figure back onto this pelvis. But that has worked really well. So this is much more like an Action Man in his construction now, but it does exactly the same job as that original piece of rubber did. There we go, that's taut and tight. Yeah, those are looking very good. He's standing up. So it also means that if this breaks in the future, or if this elastic perishes, because elastic does perish, no matter what you do, it will perish over time, we can actually easily replace that. So that is really good. Let's just cut those ends off a little bit long, just so the knot won't come undone. But that is good. Yeah, happy with that. That lower part is done. Let's move on to his torso and see what we can do with that. Well, I was just prepping to do some filming and I tipped this figure up, and the bit of elastic that was in there has actually just fallen straight into the top of the body. So you can sort of hear it rattling around inside, but that's actually good news, because it now means that that hole there is again free and open. So what I've done is prepped another of those Lego pieces and drilled a hole through it, and we can glue that into that hole there. The only problem with this one is actually going to be threading the elastic through, which I think is going to be easiest to do before we glue it in place. So I'm just going to get the end of the elastic that I've got here, and I will thread that through the top of this piece of Lego, so that this is all prepared like that, and then I can glue this in place, and then we can go ahead and sort of attach the pelvis to it. So I'll just prep that like that with the elastic in. I'm going to leave the elastic long, and I'll cut it at the end. So let's get some glue on this. I'll probably have to use a pair of forceps or something to get this to be lined up properly. But yeah, I think otherwise the whole process is pretty much the same as we did for the legs. Just glue it in place, let it set, and then we'll tie the bits of elastic together, and hopefully he will stand up fully. So let's put some glue on here. Again, this is the super glue gel. It seemed to work very nicely on that lower section, so I'm hoping it will work just as well on this. So a nice liberal amount on there. Make sure that we've got it covered all the way around, like that. And now this is going to be the tricky bit, because we need to line this up into the hole there. So I'm going to grab that just with a pair of forceps, make sure it's round the right way, and very carefully slot that in to the hole. That looks pretty good, and I'll push that in place like that, and then we'll just let that set. that has now had time to set, and it feels pretty firmly held on, so we can now go ahead and try and attach these two pieces together. So my plan is now to thread one piece of elastic basically between the two bits of elastic on the pelvis that I've already attached. So we've got to go through the elastic and then under that post that goes across the middle, and then thread it through back out this side, and then we can tie the two bits together and sort of tie it fairly taut, and that should pull everything together. So again, it's going to be a little bit awkward to do this. I'm going to use my alligator forceps to try and get this piece of elastic through. It should be possible, but it's probably going to be a little bit fiddly. So let's grab that there. I can then start threading this through. And it's just sort of one of those things, I think trial and error will find a way of doing this. As I say, I've never fixed this toy before, so it's always interesting to learn new fixes on toys, especially when there's ones that you've not worked on. But this, just as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, that does look an awful lot like an Action Man. And that was my sort of initial inspiration for how to go about fixing it. So can we push that through? Right, I can see that if I hold that in place there, can I then grab that? I can, there we go, that's got it through. So now we've got two ends of elastic. And my plan, as I say, is just to tie this together. So if I tie this in a knot like that, and then pull them fairly taut together, because you want this to be sort of quite a strong bit of sort of friction going on. So the elastic needs to be pretty short, because it's the friction that makes everything sort of hold together. So if I pull this a little bit tighter like that, now it's good. I'll do a double knot on that. Pull that in place. That's not feeling too bad. Possibly could do with being a little bit tighter. But, oh no, that feels good. Let's cut those two pieces short. And then those can all go up inside the figure. Yeah, that feels really good. He is actually standing upright on his own without any sort of external supports. That is really working well. So we can still move his legs around, they still rotate, we can still move his upper body around. Yeah, I think that is going to be a pretty good fix. So there we go, that is Zem-21 from the Star Action team, all back together. It's been a really fun project, this one. I've had this on my shelf for a very long time, and he's always been an annoying figure because he just doesn't want to stand up, and that rubber piece that holds him together had just perished probably many years ago. And I know you see an awful lot of this figure with that very same issue, so I'm pleased to finally have a figure that will actually stand up again, and that seems like a pretty good, pretty strong fix. Just 3 pieces of Lego and a couple of bits of elastic and some glue, and there you go, he is back and ready for action. So hopefully if you have one of these in your collection and he's all loose and wobbly, this is a good fix and it's worth giving it a go. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell to be notified each time I upload a new video. And if you've really enjoyed it and want to help me out here at toy-polloi, then why not think about becoming a patron of the channel. You get early access to all of my restoration videos, plus access to an exclusive video series called On the Cutting Mat, where I show projects and restorations that you won't see anywhere else. So have a think about that, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching Toy-Polloi. Subscribe for more great videos.